My name is Rachel Haywire. I'm the founder of the Extreme Futures Festival for people that were into evolution. I was on the board of directors for Humanity Plus, the leading transhumanist organization. Transhumanism is kind of a merging of the technology world with the human world and being able to extend our capacities so we can do things that we're not really supposed to do as humans. What we know as humanity today isn't going to be what we know as humanity in 10 years. We're on the cusp of something really big right now, and what we've previously thought of as humanity is just going to become something that we look back on. It's inevitable. It's who we're becoming.
To what extent can we alter humans by rewriting their genetic makeup?
And genetic enhancement is one of the more controversial parts of transhumanism, but I think it's very important because transgenetics is the altering of our own DNA and transcending the genetic world that we're currently living in. We should alter all of our DNA. Why stop at just a partial alteration? Let's go all the way. Let's see what we can do with genetics.
And we are doing this now in gene doping, like is suspected in a lot of the Olympics this last time around, that was giving these people temporary superhuman-like abilities and some of the incredible records that were reset. That would be one type of genetic modification of a human, but that does not become a permanent part of your genotype, meaning you would not pass that on to your children if you had children. It doesn't affect your genotype. Now at the germline genetic level, this is where you make alterations to a human at the embryo or even earlier at the sperm level or the egg level at such an early stage that it becomes a permanent part of the blueprint of that human, so that from there forward, all succeeding persons born down line from that individual will also inherit those genetic alterations. There are those who are strongly advocating that we begin altering humans at the germline genetic level so that we can make superior people who will then pass on forever those improvements as they perceive them to the human bloodline. And that's one of the scariest parts in this germline genetic engineering, because it could permanently undo what we know as the human genetic makeup. But of course, what you're also really saying is that you will undo humans as they were made by God permanently. We have crossed that really important line in the sand, and now we're doing it. One of the leading transhumanists in the world is a professor by the name of Nick Bostrom.
Nick Bostrom says that whatever we can do to improve humanity, we should do. And I definitely agree with that statement. I think that if we have something available to us, that we should use it, because we're in a perpetual state of evolution.
And Professor Bostrom actually earned his prestigious seat at Oxford University by writing his thesis, a paper called Transhumanist Values. And it's very interesting in there where he talks about, as we begin merging ourselves with animals, we may open new modes of perception, because he says some animals can see into areas of the light spectrum that we cannot see into. I believe that he's right, where animals may be able to see into other modes of perception, including what we would call the supernatural realm.
I think merging animal and human DNA is a very controversial issue, and we should do it in a way that enhances our capacity on everything from being able to fly to having gills, like fish, and being able to swim underwater to being able to run as fast as a cheetah. And like everybody sees machines as the next step of evolution, but for all we know, it could be, humans and animals, and I think that's really exciting. So we should definitely look into merging animal DNA with human DNA, but we shouldn't do anything that would violate the animal. So much is happening right now, and we're reaching a point where we can do things that we never thought were possible.